Welcome to PRISCI-ANTO Educational Academy. If R vector is equal to A vector e power omega d plus B vector e power minus omega t, show that d square R vector divided by dt square minus omega square R vector is equal to 0. So first, we know very well R vector is equal to, that is given in the problem, A vector e power omega t plus B vector e power minus omega t. So dr vector divided by dt, which is equal to, one time you have to differentiate with respect to t. So e power omega t, if you are differentiating A vector omega into e power omega t plus B vector minus omega e power minus omega t. Because of e power minus omega t, if you are differentiating with respect to t, it will be minus omega into e power minus omega t. Once again, if you are, again you have to differentiate d square r vector divided by dt square, which is equal to a vector omega. Again, if you are differentiating, you will get another omega. So omega square e power omega t minus omega. If you are differentiating e power minus omega t, you will get again minus omega. Already there is minus omega. So therefore B vector omega square e power minus omega t. So omega square you can take as a common. So omega square, if we are taking as a common, a vector e power omega t plus B vector e power minus omega t. So which is equal to omega square. What is given in the problem? R vector is equal to a vector e power omega t plus B vector e power minus omega t. So instead of this, you can write as R vector. Left hand side is d square R vector divided by dt square. So if you are adding, okay, so if right hand side, if it goes to left hand side, it will become as d square divide r vector divided by dt square minus omega square r vector, which is equal to 0.